What happened in those missing hours? What does it take to kill a woman who built everything from scratch? This isn't just a murder. It's a blueprint of ambition, love, betrayal, and calculated revenge. I don't know. Okay, tripping. I got all these in the building. I think I got West. I think I got DC in the building. I got Baltimore. Okay. But I want to make some money cause I just left you 2 months ago. Stop throwing in my face before I kill. I under this what I'm telling you cuz that's my mindset. Everybody want to be seen but me. If I catch the right play you'll never see me again. Those words, short, cryptic, haunting, were the final echo of Tiffany Wade's voice on Instagram. Just hours before gunshots shattered the calm of a North Philadelphia barber shop, she had posted what no one realized would be her final story. October 7th. A bright morning. A mother of 3. A businesswoman on the rise. At 11:47 a.m., she shared her last glimpse of life. Maybe a smile, maybe a quote, maybe a silent warning we didn't see coming. By 2:04 p.m., her body lay still, her lifeless hand inches from the phone that once held her dreams. Because when desperation signs property deeds, blood often signs them back. When whispered threats turn into real-world bullets. And when a 7-year-old boy is forced to watch his own mother take her final breath, something inside the city cracks. I am a psychopath. You ain't making it out of Philly. Those weren't empty words. That wasn't just anger. That was a countdown. Armen Hilton had been planning this. From inside a prison cell, from behind bars and beneath prayer rugs, he fantasized about the day he'd take back what he believed was his. Not just buildings, not just businesses, but her. Tiffany Wade, known to her online followers as Nyla Amore, wasn't just a mother. She was a movement. A registered nurse, a beauty brand founder, a real estate investor, and a community pillar. She rose above struggle, above trauma, and perhaps above the control of the man she once married. But in his mind, she was never meant to rise without him. She was never meant to leave him behind. When she refused to hand back the 3 properties they once owned together, Armen didn't see that as business. He saw that as betrayal. He saw her success not as independence, but as theft. And in his twisted logic, he'd already served his time. Now he was just collecting what was owed. From Chester to Philadelphia, from iron prison gates to luxury boutique floors, from Friday prayer mats to floors soaked in blood, this is the tragic, tangled story of a woman who dreamed of more, and the man who turned her dream into a death sentence. She was the blueprint for success. He was the demolition team. And while the city grieves, while her children wake up to a new reality without their mother, while the public scrolls past a final Instagram post not knowing what it really meant, Philadelphia police are now hunting one of the most dangerous fugitives in recent memory. Because this wasn't random. This wasn't a heat-of-the-moment act. This was execution. A twisted love story where forever meant ownership, and freedom came at the ultimate price. Cuffed and curious. The murder of Tiffany Wade, when success becomes a death sentence. To our returning subscribers, thank you for standing with us. Your loyalty helps uncover the stories the headlines often bury. To our new viewers, you're welcome here. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications. This is not just a channel. It's a family united in truth and justice. We go deeper. We look closer. We ask what others won't. Tonight, we unpack a case so disturbing, it challenges everything we think we know about domestic love, business loyalty, and the thin line between ambition and danger. Because when a woman says no, and a man believes no is war, sometimes even success can't save her. This is the full story. The twists, the lies, the threats, the investments, and the trail of blood left behind when one woman's empire threatened one man's ego. Born June 17th in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, Tiffany Wade came from a devoted Muslim family. By 20 years old, she'd already earned her nursing license, an achievement that would have made any parent proud. But Tiffany wasn't content with just one success. Online, she built a different identity. Nyla Amore, the blueprint. 3 businesses carried her name. Kisses Care Home Care, where she managed healthcare services. Kisses Amore, extensions selling luxury hair, and Season Kisses, her newest venture. Every morning she'd post reminders for her followers to read the Quran. Every evening she'd upload videos of her latest purchases. A woman of ambition, always motivating her followers to not give up, to continue pushing. She'd lost her mother. Her father was all she had left with her 3 children that depended on her. The eldest daughter, mature beyond her years, the middle child and the youngest, a 7-year-old boy whose father was Armen Hilton. Armen Hilton, 44 years old, Chester, Pennsylvania. His name appeared in court records: kidnapping, robbery, weapons charges. The kind of man whose associates feared him and whose enemies avoided him. He was the father of Tiffany's youngest son, once her husband, now her biggest threat. Then there was the new man, the one Tiffany planned to marry, the one whose existence would push Armen over the. Her father watched from the sidelines, worried but powerless. Her online followers saw the glamorous posts but also the screenshots of threats she shared. Thousands of people watching a tragedy unfold in real time. Armen involved in criminal activities that led to his arrest, but he already transferred everything to Tiffany's name. His criminal activities made him a target for asset seizure. He needed someone clean, someone trusted, someone who'd wait for him. When I get out, baby will be set. Just hold it down for me. She agreed. What choice did she? A mother of his child, his wife. Their community, you stand by your man. But years change people. Tiffany discovered she was good at business. The properties generated income. She learned to manage, invest, grow. By the time Armen expected to return to his empire, she'd built her own. Armen never imagined betrayal. In his mind, the story was simple. Do the time, come home to his woman, reclaim his properties, live happily ever after. He thought she'd wait, thought she'd stay loyal, thought she understood her role. Temporary caretaker, not owner. But Tiffany cut him off completely. Changed locks, sold properties, blocked his calls, started fresh with another man. In Armen's world, that wasn't just betrayal. It was theft of the highest order. Now he runs a fugitive, haunted by his own expectations. He gave her everything, trusting she'd give it back. Instead, she showed him what trust really costs. The property transfer that started everything reveals a deeper truth. Criminal men often use women as shields. Clean names, clean records, clean hands to hold dirty money. Armen picked Tiffany because he thought love meant ownership, thought marriage meant obedience, thought their son guaranteed loyalty. He was wrong. She took his criminal empire and transformed it into legitimate success. 3 legal businesses from illegal properties. That transformation threatened more than his wallet. It threatened his identity. When control disguises itself as love, violence follows freedom. She was ready to move on and leave him behind completely. She cut all ties and began living a high-end lifestyle. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can you see the handle? Yes. And that's the new one, right? Yeah. I like that one. And I want a duffel too. Yep. Perfect. Let me show the other. That one right there behind you. Okay. That's a new release. So, no, I haven't. Can you guys monogram it or no? You can monogram this. That's me right there. Yes. Thank you. You want to put in a bag or? Yeah, you go put in the bait. Throw in the bait. Mitchum. Thank you. She found a new man and embraced a life many would envy. If you scroll through her social media, it's all there. Luxury shopping sprees with brands like Chanel, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Dior. Dined at upscale restaurants, spent freely, and regularly posted videos unboxing designer bags, shoes, and more. She traveled from the US to London, then to Egypt, capturing every moment. Her birthday celebration was a lavish affair, famously themed the all-white birthday party. The photos showed elegance, success, freedom, women in designer dresses, tables with golden decorations, her smile wide and genuine. Each post reached thousands. She grew up to do many things. She went to college at the age of 17, became a registered nurse at 20. She's done hair. She sold edible candles. She sold t-shirts, business, startups, tickets to events, Kisses Open, Mike Kisses pop-up shops, Kisses pool, parties, networking events, TLC, Kisses, Zooms, Kisses, kitchen classes, Kisses, boutiques, Kisses shapers, Kisses, sex, toys, lofty, Kisses, the bites, Kisses extensions, Kisses, e-kisses, Kisses debt. Y'all went crazy over that dip. Kisses season, Kisses French, Kisses home care, real estate, and she still finds time to give back. And her charitable contributions and self-motivation only adds to how special of a person she is, including one viewer in Chester who saw every designer bag as theft, every smile as mockery, every success as betrayal. She often used her social media not just to show her lifestyle but to share deep, reflective thoughts, messages that hinted at personal struggles and lessons learned. In one post she wrote, "Every storm is not a test from God. Some storms are from the choices you made." In another she said, "The illusion of options really got y'all out here. Fumbling genuine people." A clear nod to how easily people take others for granted. She also posted, "I'm being humble right now. But eventually, everyone gotta pay for what he did." Through these posts she wasn't just flaunting her wins. She was motivating her followers to push harder, to live better, and to recognize their worth. She had been living in peace, thriving, glowing, rebuilding her life. Until that one day came, the day Armand was released from prison. That day changed everything. Deep down she knew her past wasn't finished with her. She knew the kind of man he was, how dangerous he could be. And from that moment on she lived in fear. Her online presence stayed strong, but behind the scenes, she was constantly looking over her shoulder. She became more vigilant, more cautious, because Armen didn't stay silent for long. He started reaching out to her, at first just trying to get her attention. But then it escalated into full-blown threats, violent, chilling messages that showed just how far gone he was. In one conversation he raged, "About you. I snap on her because I looked at you different. Why the thunder? Did you worry about my baby mom? I don't give a yo. If you ever was to talk, she'll tell you that. I would never talk to that shame on my level. Nothing to me. And she never been in my circle. She never been around that unders. And you've been bringing it up. So now I'ma give you what you want. Touch you again. Never physically going to hurt you. Marry this I'm blowing his unders hat off on everything I love. I'm going back to prison on every about that. I told you stop throwing in my face. This what you going to do? Go in and do. Stop throwing it in my face. All right. I just left you 2 months ago. Stop throwing in my face before I kill the under. This what I'm telling you, cuz that's my mindset. I will go there." In another message read, "I'ma get it done. If you ever thought you was going to get away with trying to play me like you did, you don't know who the underscore I am. I'm a psychopath. I don't wanna wish. I will do it. I will get it done. That's what you don't understand about me." He continued, "Bitch, I don't give another. You do. You ain't making it out of Philly. That boy is the only reason you're still walking around. So you better thank my son and Allah. You're miserable. Happy. I just want you to pay. And you're going to before I leave this country." Tiffany didn't hide these threats. It posted the conversations online, letting the world see the kind of fear she was living with. Some people said he was just bitter, unable to move on, while she had. But others believed there was more to her post than just venting. She was warning people. She was documenting her truth, maybe even leaving breadcrumbs, just in case, because she knew exactly what kind of danger was coming. And yet, she still tried to live, still tried to love, still tried to inspire, until the day he made good on every one of those threats. North Philadelphia to the 2500 block of West Lehigh Avenue. In this neighborhood, barber shops aren't just for haircuts. They're where men gather, where news travels, where everyone knows everyone. Platinum Cut sat between a check-cashing store and a corner deli. Just another storefront in a city where violence claimed 514 lives in 2023. 40 minutes away in Chester, Armen Hilton moved through familiar streets. Chester and Philadelphia, close enough to share crime, far enough to hide in. Saturday, October 7th, 2023, 7 a.m. Tiffany woke in her Philadelphia home. The same routine. Prayers first, then coffee, then checking overnight orders for her hair extension business. Breakfast with her 3 children. The eldest helped with the youngest. Normal family chaos. Client needed home care services for their elderly mother. Another wanted. Premium hair extensions for a wedding. Her final Instagram story. Stay focused. Your time is coming. Cut out distractions. She had no idea she was posting her last moment. 12:30 p.m. Come on, baby. Time for your haircut. Her 7-year-old son climbed into the car. Just another Saturday errand. Platinum Cuts was 15 minutes away. Driving down Broad Street, then turning onto Lehigh Avenue, the same route she'd taken dozens of times. It arrived at 1:15, parking outside the barber shop. Security cameras on the corner captured her arrival. Her son jumped out excited. He loved haircut days. Inside Platinum Cuts, the familiar smell of hair products and aftershave. Barbers nodding hello. Her son climbing into the chair, cape wrapped around his small shoulders. Other customers chatting about the Eagles game. Normal Saturday barber shop talk. Tiffany scrolled her phone, responding to messages about hair orders. At 1:45 p.m. the doorbell chimed. Someone entering. She didn't look up at first. Familiar voice, Tiffany, she recognized. Terrified she'd become. She looked up. Armen Hilton stood in the doorway. 2 shots, one to her torso, one to her head. He wasn't there to have a conversation. He told her he will come for her one day, and that is exactly why he was there. The gunshots echoed through Platinum Cuts barber hop. For a moment, nobody moved. The clippers stopped buzzing. Conversations died mid-sentence. Then a child's scream cut through the silence. High, desperate, primal. Mommy, mommy. Her son screamed from the barber chair. Their 7-year-old son caped still around his neck, watching his mother fall. A man turned, running, leaving his own child's cries behind. She knew he was looking for her. She posted his threats publicly. Why didn't she leave Philadelphia? Why did she stay where he could find her? Was it courage? Was it defiance? Or was it something else? The belief that he wouldn't really do it? Not in front of their son. 1:49 p.m. First 911 call. Someone just shot a woman. Platinum Cuts on Lehigh. There's blood everywhere. She's not moving. Her kid is here. The shooter just walked. A black male, 40s, heading east. Within minutes, West Lehigh Avenue filled with sirens. Police cars, ambulances, fire trucks. The entire block shut down. Paramedics worked on Tiffany Wade. 2 gunshot wounds, one to the torso, one to the head. Blood pooled on the barber shop floor while her son watched, still wearing the haircut cape. The paramedic looked at his partner and shook his head. Time of death, 2:04 p.m. October 7th, 2023. Tiffany Wade, known as Tiffany, was gone. Homicide detectives arrived. Yellow tape stretched across the barber shop entrance. Evidence markers placed next to shell casings. Photographers documented every angle. Detective Raymond Martinez, 20 years on the force, took charge. First priority, the security cameras. 2:30 p.m. inside the barber shop office, Martinez watched the footage. A man enters at 1:47 p.m. No hesitation, 2 shots. Witness interviews began. The 7-year-old boy sat with a crisis counselor, unable to speak. Trauma does that to children. His last image of his mother would be her falling to the floor. 3 p.m. No weapon recovered. 2 shell casings collected. 9 millimeters. The killer took his gun with him. Back at police headquarters, the name went into the system. Armen Hilton, age 44, last known address in Chester, Pennsylvania. His record filled the screen. Kidnapping, holding a 17-year-old for ransom, armed robbery, weapons violation, and assault. The detective whistled. This guy's been busy. 4:00 p.m. The motive became clear when detectives checked Tiffany's social media. Screenshot after screenshot of threats. She'd posted them all publicly. A digital trail of escalating violence. 4:30 p.m. The all points bulletin went. Armen Hilton, armed and dangerous. Do not approach. Every cop in Philadelphia, Chester, and surrounding counties had his photo. Social media exploded. Justice for Tiffany start trending within hours. But the comments revealed a community divided. She was a queen. 3 businesses, 3 kids. It didn't deserve this. But for people who knew something, their comment differ. Why did she keep his properties though? She knew who he was. Victim blaming at its finest. A woman is dead. The Muslim community organized prayers. At the local mosque, Tiffany's father stood outside accepting condolences, his face hollow with grief. An intensified search followed. At 6 p.m. tips poured. The FBI entered the case. The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office filed formal charges. Murder in the first degree, robbery, violation of the Uniform Firearms Act, all against Armen Hilton, who hadn't been seen since he walked out of Platinum Cuts barber shop. $20,000 reward for information leading to arrest and conviction. The announcement echoed across news stations, social media, street corners. Someone somewhere knew where he was hiding. Interstate flight to avoid. Prosecution turned a local murder into a federal manhunt. Resources multiplied. The net widened. I saw him at a gas station in Chester. He's hiding in North Philly. My cousin says he's trying to get to Delaware. Each tip had to be verified. Each sighting, each rumor, each anonymous tip investigated, tracked, cross-checked, and still nothing. Police departments across Philadelphia and Chester were stretched to the limit. Every available resource was pulled: patrol units, detectives, federal agents. But Armen Hilton wasn't just some criminal on the run. He knew these streets better than most. He didn't need GPS, didn't need help escaping. He was the ghost the system built. From the shadows of alleyways to the rooftop exits of worn-out brownstones, Armen disappeared because he'd trained for this. Years behind bars had sharpened him, had taught him patience, strategy, cold focus. He had friends who owed him favors and enemies who feared him too much not to help. Some helped out of loyalty, others out of survival. Then the signs began to surface. Cash withdrawals made in small, scattered amounts. A purchase traced to a high-quality fake ID vendor in West Philadelphia. Snippets of conversations overheard. He's not running. He's wrapping up business. Whispers of a one-way ticket to South America or somewhere farther. The kind of whispers that live in the streets and die in silence. Because the streets have their own laws, and Armen? He had rewritten a few of them himself. His network ran deep. Ex-cellmates from upstate. Members of his old crew who had since turned barbers, mechanics, even preachers. Women who once loved him. Men who once feared him. They didn't just keep him hidden. They became his camouflage. They formed an invisible wall of silence, thicker than bulletproof glass. Inside police precincts, frustration built like rising smoke. Chester PD and Philly PD clashed over tactics, tips, and timing. Two jurisdictions. Two systems. One ghost. Time was lost in the chaos of overlapping authorities, days, even weeks, where leads were misfiled and tension turned to blame. Some family members stepped up, cooperated fully. They wanted justice for Tiffany, for the life she built, for the children now left behind. But others kept their mouths shut, not out of love for Armen, but out of fear. They had seen what he could do, what he had already done. Behind closed doors they whispered, "You don't understand who he is. He said if he's going down, someone's going with him. He has nothing left to lose." Meanwhile, the manhunt bled the system dry. Overtime hours exploded. Other cases gathered dust. Community pressure boiled over. News stations ran his face every night. City officials demanded answers. And still, no sign of Armen Hilton. Had he vanished into thin air? Was he hiding in plain sight, maybe living under an alias in a nearby neighborhood? Or had someone, with power, money, or fear, sheltered him? Every possibility felt more painful than the last. And while the city searched for a fugitive, 3 young lives quietly tried to piece themselves back together. Every year, on the same date that shattered their childhoods, they gathered to celebrate what they now call a heavenly birthday. A bittersweet tribute to the woman who raised them, protected them, dreamed for them, and was stolen from them. Tiffany Wade. Her absence echoes in their every milestone, every school award, every heartbreak, every late night where she should have been there to say, "I'm proud of you. I've got you. I see you." But in the midst of that sorrow, something powerful emerged. Her eldest daughter, barely a teenager when the tragedy struck, has now become the rock, the second mother, the quiet strength that holds the family together. With a grace beyond her years, she stepped into shoes no child should ever have to fill. She didn't choose this life. But she's living it anyway. For her mother. For her siblings. For the legacy Tiffany fought for. As the city still asks, where is Armen Hilton? Did he escape justice? Or is justice quietly closing in? Only time will tell. But for the children left behind, justice already came too late. If you're still with us, thank you for caring about the truth. For refusing to let names like Tiffany Wade disappear in the noise. This case is still open. The pain is still real. And justice? It's not just about catching a killer. It's about making sure the next Tiffany Wade never has to die for saying no. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode. Your voice matters. Your attention helps pressure the right people to act. This is Cuffed and Curious, where we don't just tell stories. We uncover the ones that were buried. On one of Tiffany Wade's birthdays, the first few years after her murder, her eldest daughter shared something raw, something real. It wasn't just a post. It was a heartbreak dressed as a tribute. A message to a mother who would never read it. Happy birthday, Mommy. Since your passing, I've tried to handle every special day the way you would have. You always made your birthday feel like a holiday. You never did anything halfway. Everything was all out, full of life, like you. But this year, something changed. This time, I didn't plan anything big. I didn't feel like smiling for people or acting like everything's okay. I just wanted to be with my siblings. Quietly, softly. No pressure. No pretending. Just missing you. She paused, then added, I hate that you're not here, but I'm grateful you built me strong. You really made me fort tough, Mommy. I'm doing everything I can to raise these little ones like you raised us. Your legacy isn't gone. It lives in us. Every day. It's the kind of grief most of us can't imagine. The kind where you become your own mother too soon. Where the candles on a cake don't represent age, but absence. Even in death, Tiffany's presence is felt. Through every post, every tribute, every I got you, her daughter whispers to the siblings she now raises in her mother's place. But this is more than a personal tragedy. This is a system failure. Tiffany Wade's story exposed the cracks we rarely talk about, until it's too late. Cracks in how we protect women. Cracks in how we ignore warning signs. Cracks in the idea that threats are just words. They weren't just words to Tiffany. They were warnings with a timer. And the countdown reached 0. She tried to handle things legally. Paperwork filed. Ownership transferred. Lawyers consulted. But sometimes the law moves too slow for revenge that moves fast. She tried to stay. To keep her businesses. To keep her peace. To not give in to a man who once claimed to love her, but now felt entitled to own her. Let's ask the hard question. What was she supposed to do? Abandon her properties? Disappear into hiding with her children? Give up everything she worked for because he couldn't let go? And if she had done that, would she even be safe then? Because what happened to Tiffany is happening right now. How many women today are one argument away from violence? One ignored threat away from a tragedy? Counting down the days until a man walks out of prison with unfinished business? These aren't isolated cases. These are warnings we refuse to hear. Tiffany's account is still online, still live, her voice frozen in time. But now it's her daughter posting graduation photos, Mother's Day tributes, birthday shoutouts, and every caption ends the same way. Your legacy will continue. But behind those words is a quiet question that haunts us. Why did she have to die to become a legacy? And as for Armen Hilton, somewhere tonight he may still be free. Justice, they say, is on the way. But for Tiffany's children? For her daughter raising two little ones who still cry out for Mommy in their sleep? Justice came far too late. So, what do you think Tiffany should have done? Run, hide, start over in fear? Or stand her ground and risk everything? Because that's the reality for women like her. Women who build something out of nothing, only to be told they don't deserve to keep it. Only to be hunted for saying no. Tiffany Wade, mother, entrepreneur, fighter, gone too soon, but never forgotten. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, if it made you feel something, don't scroll past it. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share this episode. The more people know, the harder it becomes to ignore. Stay safe, stay aware, stay curious. This is Cuffed and Curious. We don't just tell stories. We tell the ones the world tried to bury.